TikTok Shop banned me over 180 days ago and is withholding $20,000. Horrendous experience with TikTok Shop.
Can I sue TikTok Shop?
Considering class action lawsuit against TikTok Shop. How can I sue TikTok? What is going on with TikTok Shop? Why are so many sellers feeling cheated and robbed by this marketplace, to the point that they are seeking legal action? Are these grievances justified, or are these some sellers simply upset because they tried to cheat the system and they got caught? Well, the truth is that TikTok Shop has some severe issues that we will be addressing in this video. Policies and penalties that are so severe that instead of just penalizing bad actors, they end up actually harming honest sellers. And many sellers feel helpless because of the lack of support. Breaking down the issues. Let's examine what makes a marketplace successful and how TikTok Shop measures up on each area. We will also compare it to other marketplaces like Amazon to highlight the differences. Account registration. It is surprisingly easy to register for a TikTok Shop. That is, of course, if you have all the required information. If you're from a different country and think that you can set up an LLC, for example, inside the United States and then start dropshipping, well, I have bad news for you. Because not only dropshipping is extremely risky on TikTok Shop, but also you need to have an authorized representative that lives on that country and has a social security number. Now, rules are changing all the time on TikTok Shop, but at the time of this recording, this is how it is. No exceptions. Unless you are a Chinese seller, but we're gonna touch on that later in the video. It takes 5 minutes to register your TikTok Shop, and once you submit all the required information, you can get your shop approved within 24 hours after they review it. Now, this doesn't mean that 2 weeks later, TikTok Shop will not shut your store down because they actually needed a little bit of additional information. They might have a reason to think that your shop is not legit, and they will ask you things like photos of your warehouse, company registration documents, or utility bills. Just something to prove that you are a real person and a real seller. Now, the problem with this is that they will shut your store down and then wait for you to submit the information, they will review it, and then they will reinstate your account. Now, this is a problem because if you're having very good sales because of a viral video, that sales streak gets cancelled completely. And then by the time that you get your store reinstated, then it's already too late. Your video is not getting that many views anymore. Now, they do this to protect the integrity of the platform and make sure that they don't have bad apples selling on TikTok Shop. But the problem is that it is very easy to trigger these flags and get your account suspended. Let's say, for example, that you changed your warehouse location and you forgot to update it inside of TikTok Shop. When you ship it from a different zip code, it might trigger a flag that will ban your account completely. Or let's say that by mistake you click import all products from Shopify to your TikTok Shop and they got all listed under the wrong category. You will get a bunch of violation points and they will shut your store down. So you have to be extremely careful with what you do, because these rules are meant to protect the platform, but any mistake or any misunderstanding can affect your shop, even if you're not trying to do anything wrong. Listing products. Now, if you're coming from Amazon, you're gonna be extremely relieved because it is super easy to list products on TikTok Shop. On Amazon, listing a new product is a nightmare. You either have to deal with spreadsheets with a bunch of fields, or you can try to set it up through the online platform. But that also requires a lot of troubleshooting because there are so many fields of information that you have to fill up for your product. And most of the time when you're done filling up all of the information, you realize that there were some errors. But you will have to wait 15 to 20 minutes for Amazon to tell you that there were errors, and then fix those errors just to realize 15 minutes later that new errors showed up. And if your product doesn't have a UPC code, then you will have to apply for a GTIN exception, and that's a whole other issue. But in contrast, on TikTok Shop, it is extremely easy to list your products. I will compare it more to Etsy, where you just upload the photos, upload some information, write the description, and then you are ready to go. Your product can go live, and it normally gets approved within 10 minutes. However, certain products that you list under certain categories require additional information. For example, product certificates, pictures of your product packaging where you can see the ingredients label all listed there. And sometimes they let you list the products without this information, but later on they will suspend the product and ask you to provide that information. Shipping obligations. TikTok Shop has the most unfriendly and cutthroat shipping policies for sellers that I have ever seen on any platform. They require sellers to ship all orders within a maximum of 2 business days. Now, they don't consider an order shipped if you just printed the label. No. They consider a shipped item when the courier actually scans the label and it updates the tracking number and says that it is en route. And the majority of sellers use USPS. And if you have ever shipped anything with USPS, you know that sometimes they don't scan the packages until a day later. So even if you ship it on time, the tracking might be delayed and you will get a late dispatch rate violation. Now, this shipping policy basically renders drop shipping useless on this platform, but it also affects people that are selling made-to-order items. So if you want to sell customizable products that take some time to make, TikTok Shop might not be the right marketplace for you. But even if you're not selling custom products, when you start getting a lot of orders and your store is growing, you will have bags of orders. And you can't expect USPS to scan all the barcodes one by one. What companies normally do is they print a shipping manifest, and then USPS scans that shipping manifest that has all the tracking numbers of all the shipments. So, normally Amazon will accept that, as, hey, the item was shipped. But no, TikTok Shop wants USPS to scan every single item. And sometimes they don't do that until it's already on the sorting center. And that can take a few hours to a day. I had some packages just sitting down on the USPS truck overnight because they didn't have time to load off all the packages. Or I don't know, maybe they just forgot about my bags. On other marketplaces, this is not like this. On almost every marketplace, you can specify what is your handling time. And it could be 1 day, 3 days, it can be 1 week if you want, right? Within some limits, okay? You cannot put that the item will ship 3 months from now on some marketplaces. But there's flexibilities. You can actually decide if you want to sell a product, how long is the packaging, that you take care of packaging the product, If you want to make really nice packaging with a thank you note and stuff, of course it's gonna take a little bit longer, and TikTok Shop does not allow that. Product discoverability. TikTok Shop has the best product discoverability that I have seen on any platform. There are so many ways that you can have your products being found by potential customers. You have the Shop tab, which basically is a search engine that works like Amazon. People can type on the search bar any product that they want to purchase, and TikTok will show all the listings there. But also, if TikTok thinks that someone is interested on a specific kind of product, it will also show the products there. Now, another way of getting your products discovered is by you uploading videos to your organic account and tagging your products in them. It makes it extremely simple for people that are just scrolling on TikTok to find an interesting product and buy it right away. And another super powerful feature that TikTok has are the TikTok affiliates, because you can have your products and list them on an open affiliate plan, and anybody can go ahead, grab your product and list it on their showcase. And anyone that sees that showcase finds that product interesting and buys it, then the affiliate gets a commission and you get the sale. Now, you can also incentivize people to promote your products by offering free gifts, okay? Free product samples. So people will get the free product, make a video about it, tag the product there, and if they sell, they get a commission. And there is no other marketplace that has such a flawless integration between affiliates and brands. with automatic payments and everything. Incentives for sellers. Now this is gonna be another point for TikTok Shop because they have so many incentives that no other platform has. For example, they pay for shipping on all orders over $25. They also pay for shipping on new customer orders. So if you have a product that you want to sell for $30 and you want to list it on Amazon with free shipping, you will probably have to put that product for $35 because you have to account for the $5 cost of shipping. Now, if you want to offer Prime, then you will have to pay FBA fees, which will roughly be about the same price. So basically that $30 product on Amazon, people will have to pay $35. And you, after cost, you will only get the $30. Now, on TikTok Shop, you can list that same product for $30 and the customer doesn't have to pay shipping. TikTok will subsidize the shipping for you. So the customer only pays the $30 and then you get the full $30. You don't have to worry about the shipping. But if you decide to keep all your pricing the same on all platforms, well, on Amazon you will get paid $30, but on TikTok Shop you will actually get paid $35. Now also, the shipping fees on Amazon are way higher than on TikTok Shop. Amazon charges at least 15% selling fees plus all of the other fees like storage, FBA, monthly fees that you have to pay to be a professional seller there. On TikTok Shop, the seller fees are much lower, like half the cost, it's 8%. But there are also lots of incentives for buyers to purchase from TikTok Shop. For example, if you are a new customer, you might be able to get 40% off on your first purchase. Right? So the seller still gets the entire payment for their product. If your product was listed for $30 and the customer only paid $20, that doesn't matter, you still get paid the $30. They also have this thing called campaigns, and they have a different campaign every month. For example, right now we're on the summer campaign, and you can go ahead and apply for the campaign, and you have to give a little bit of discount on your products. Let's say that you give 10% discount. Well, TikTok on top of that is gonna offer free shipping and also give like a 20 to 30% discount additionally. But you're only responsible for the 10% discount. The rest of the discount is gonna be TikTok paying for it, okay? So you will still get the full payment for your product, minus the 10%. Of course, I don't expect this to be like this forever, okay? TikTok Shop is spending more money than it's getting. But this is just to acquire new customers, okay? New users that will buy from TikTok Shop and, increase the user base. But I mean, it has been like this from the beginning, so it has already been 2 years of them paying for shipping and giving additional discounts, paying out of pocket. So I don't know how much longer it's gonna last, but hey, take advantage of the incentives while you can. Seller support. Alright, so here's where everything breaks for TikTok Shop, because most of the issues that you will have with this platform are because of the lack of proper support. When you try to speak with someone on support, you're gonna get an AI. And after you are able to talk with a real person, that person is going to give you whatever information that might be correct or incorrect. Because if you try to open a support chat again and you get a different person, it might give you a completely different answer. I think it's because of the lack of training that they have, or because the policies are changing so much and so often that the support agents cannot keep up with it. Oftentimes you will get product violations or any other kind of violation that is obviously a mistake, and there is no way for you to talk to someone to try to fix it. Okay, I'm not saying that Amazon support is amazing, okay, they are pretty bad as well, but nothing comes close to the level of poor support that TikTok Shop has. And don't think that this just happens to people that don't have that many sales. They will not assign a specific agent to them because whatever, it's just a little bit of money. No, this is happening to sellers that sell $50,000 per day and more. They have an issue, their account gets shut down, and they cannot talk to someone to give them instructions to properly reactivate their account. You can imagine how much money this is costing these companies. Let me tell you about an example that is happening to so many people, that is a huge problem, and it could be so easily fixed if they had proper support or proper review processes. So when TikTok Shop asks you for a product certificate or some image, you are trying to register your brand and upload your brand inside TikTok Shop, and they ask you for the trademark certificate, for example, and you upload the files, you upload a PDF or whatever you upload, it might be the correct file, but they will say that it's denied and it is an invalid document. Now, a lot of sellers get frustrated by this because they know it is the correct document and they send it again and again and again, and it keeps getting denied and they have no idea. They try to talk with support. Support just tells them that the document is invalid, to try again. And the majority of times is because it is not a real picture of the document. It is just a screenshot. And TikTok Shop might not want to accept a screenshot for that specific document. But in no place, nowhere, it says that it needs to be a real picture. This has happened to me with a bunch of my registrations, and my recommendation is take your phone, print the document or get the original document and take a picture so that they can see the document that is printed on a paper, that it has the seal, and they can see that it's a real photo, not a screenshot, it's not edited, anything like that. Which it makes sense, okay? They want unedited documents, but why don't they say it, okay? Something so simple, just fix it, okay? If I had one thing that I could fix about TikTok Shop tomorrow, it will be their support and their communication, okay? Communicate with sellers, assign someone to analyze each case, okay? Let them take their time, okay? So that the issue can be resolved and you can move on to the next problem. Competition. TikTok Shop is fairly new. However, you can find almost any product that you want in there. Almost all of the brands are starting to transition from Amazon and from Shopify and from whatever they are selling up to TikTok Shop, because it's fairly easy to integrate your products in the platform. So you will have some competitors, but it's not as fierce as with other marketplaces. However, what I've been noticing lately is a lot of listings of products that do not ship from the USA or from the country that they are listed in. Instead, they are shipping from China. And you can see this when you go to a product listing and check where it is selling from. A few months ago, I will see maybe 1 out of 100 products that I check out that I will see that it comes from international shipping, right? So from China. But now it is very common to see that 1 out of every 5 items that show up on the shop tab are coming from international sellers, okay? So most likely from China. So now you have a lot of competition for these super cheap products, right? Like $7 products, $12 products that are coming from China. And Chinese sellers, and this is what I was talking about at the beginning, Chinese sellers can actually sell inside of TikTok Shop US. And if you're planning on buying a lot of products from China, importing them here, and then selling them on TikTok Shop, well, I have bad news for you, because the manufacturer or the supplier from China is already gonna have them listed on TikTok Shop and is gonna be selling directly, okay? So you're gonna have a lot of competition, especially on these super cheap products that are mostly novelties or tools that you use once in your lifetime and then you just throw it away, or you store it forever and you don't remember that you ever purchased that. Right, so yeah, you're gonna have some competition in that area. So my advice for TikTok Shop, the same as with any other platforms, okay, is that either you become the manufacturer, you create your own product, or you private label your product and you create your own brand so that you distinguish yourself from all the other products without a brand that are coming directly from China, okay? You will have your product, people will trust it because it's your brand, and nobody can jump in your listing and steal your sales. Conclusion. Alright, so TikTok Shop has issues, but it also has a lot of benefits that other marketplaces don't offer. If you're selling your products on your own website or Amazon, eBay, Walmart, whatever, you should also think about selling it on TikTok Shop. Because the more places that you sell, the more potential customers that will see your products. And you should never put all your eggs in one basket, okay? You have to be selling on different platforms, so in case that a platform fails, you have the other places where people can go and buy your products. Also, if you're selling on TikTok Shop, consider having different shops, okay? Open different shops for different product niches that you're selling, and also to have one for backup. I have a few TikTok shops for my main brands, but then I have a couple extra where I just test new products, I try drop shipping, I try things that are risky. So in the case that there's some issue and your store gets shut down, at least you have a backup. But I hope that TikTok Shop gets up to speed with their support, because right now that is the #1 reason why people are extremely pissed at them and they want to sue them, because there is so much lack of communication. You cannot talk to someone on TikTok Shop that has power to do anything. Imagine having $20,000 up there in the air and you cannot talk to anyone that will tell you, hey, you have to do this and that, or hey, we're not giving you this because you violated this rule, whatever, we had to return the money, whatever. You don't have that access to someone. Now, thank you guys for watching this video all the way to the end. Please give it a like and also consider subscribing for more content like this. Now watch this video if you want more information about TikTok Shop. Thank you, I'm out.